The great Cam Smith caper continues. Hunter Brown deals. Steve Okert on the mound crushes it. Let's talk about what this opening day roster is going to look like on this edition of Locked On Astros. Hey, guess what? The outfielders are here.
Jainel Diaz, this is Locked On Astros.
Hello and welcome to Locked On Astros, your daily Astros podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric the Man Huysman and Brett H-Town Wheelhouse Chancey.
We are Locked On Houston Astros. We update you join us for a daily Locked On Astros podcast. My name is Eric Huysman. You can find me on X at Eric Talk Astros. Find the show at Locked On Astros, your team every day. Brett, where can I find you at?
They can find me at H-Town Wheelhouse on X, Instagram, and TikTok. They can find me at Stros411 on X and on Facebook. They can also find me at Back to the Bullpen on X, on Instagram, and YouTube. And check us out tomorrow night. We will have Brian McTaggart on the show. So y'all to swing by there 10 o'clock tomorrow night. It'll be a good show.
Hey guys, thank you for making Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day, whether it's on YouTube. Go ahead, subscribe to us, make us first listen. Apple, Odyssey, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcasts, go ahead and check us out. Today's episode is sponsored by Brett's Shirt. Go and check out Brett's Shirt. He's been very proud of it. So you can go ahead and admire his shirt. And so let's go ahead and admire the shirt because he wants everybody to see the shirt.
I'm so proud of this shirt. Like I heard the quote and I was like, you know what? That sounds like it deserves to be on a shirt. Here come the outfielders. I know what I'm wearing to opening day.
All right, guys. So thank you for helping us get to where we are in terms of YouTube. But we're trying to get to 14,000 subscribers, 15,000 subscribers, wherever we land. Or no, I guess there's no stopping. But go and tell a friend. Go and hit that little red button down there that says subscribe and go and help us out. So I know that Astros, they've had to be a little bit creative this offseason. They don't really have the outfielders. They don't have the budget to go out there and spend money. So what they're doing is they're being creative. They're putting Jose Altuve out there in left field. They're not doing it for his defense. They're trying to get him to stay in the lineup with his offense. And maybe they're doing the same thing with right field. Cam Smith, Joe Espada talked about that today, possibly having him play some games in right field before the end of spring training to try to get him on the opening day roster. We've heard Dana Brown talk about he's got the athleticism to play at outfield. And so now we're going to see if this is something that there is really going to be in the works, because I know this is the infancy is what I've been reading, and it's the beginning stages. He had, unlike Altuve, he has not been working on this, but Dana Brown talked to him in January and said, hey, what I want you to do is I want you to go to spring training and I want you to earn that right field position. And it sounds like he might be doing it.
Man, Eric, look, I've said last night that I still think that he needs to start in either AA or AAA. Maybe I'm coming off the AA thing, AAA, just because I want to make sure that Cam Smith is ready. Now, with that being said, with listening to the guys that evaluate the game, this move may be not more necessity, but there's more necessity, I think, involved because of the absence of Kyle Tucker and the versatility of Cam Smith that might catapult him onto this roster. Now, I think if Kyle Tucker's here, Cam Smith, I think they're going to try to continue to work him at third, bring him in at third shortly, after the season starts. But I think with Kyle Tucker gone, with Alex Bregman gone, if this kid can provide a spark of life. When I was talking to Mike last night about it, 'cause I was asking him, former Major League pitcher, what is the determining factor? And this is what he told me. And I had to agree with him. He said it's not his physical ability or talent. It's how does he mentally handle the game. Each at bat, whether it's successful or not, each ball hit to him, each throw he makes, good or bad, how does he process it? How does he come out of these things? And if he can get the endorsement, because they're going to be talking to Altuve and the others and say, what do you think of Cam Smith? Like mentally, what do you think his makeup is? And if he passes that test, Eric, we know he's got the tools. So I don't think it's can he do it? It's will he do it? And will the Astros pull the trigger? This isn't like them. They have rushed guys before, but it's not been this early. And there is a very short list of people who have gone on to play and skip AAA. I mean, it's guys like Mike Trout, Manny Machado, I mean, Jose Altuve. It's not a very long list. And Cam Smith could earn a spot.
But even going back to Mike Trout, he did come back up. He did go up and play baseball with the Angels, but then he didn't perform, so he went back down to AAA and then came back up.
Very true. But what I'm saying is there's like a really short list of very good players that jumped over AAA, right? And for him to be on this roster, think about it, Eric, 20 or fewer at-bats in the AA area. And in right field, he's only played 3 games in the Cape and in outfield, but he's a young player. He's a versatile player. He's got the tools. He seems to be smart. He's got plus power. And I'm more and more sold on this each day that goes by. I think, though, wherever he ends up, whether it's on the roster opening day or in AAA or wherever, that's where the Astros feel like will be the best place for him. I just want Cam Smith to succeed so the rest of this lineup can follow it with just support and power and be a powerhouse offense.
I know that we have a listener that posted his lineup. I have it up here. I'll go ahead and put it. But what it does is it deepens the lineup. You have Altuve in left field, Paredes, you have Alvarez, Walker, Diaz. And if you have Smith playing in right field, Pena is shortstop. We still don't know who's going to be playing second base, but if Rogers is the guy, he's hitting pretty well this spring training. Maybe a different team is what he needed. And Jake Myers is hitting like a guy that wants to stay on the team and wants to be that outfield general because let's just say Cam Smith does make the team. You're going to have 2 corner outfielders that don't really know how to play outfield. So that increases the importance of Jake Myers. You can't take him out in late games because you need his defense out there. And so Cam Smith, he's an athlete. He can go out there. I know I was reading the scouting report, and his defense is erratic. I know that Altuve, he was not in the lineup because he was a great second baseman. He played second base for the Astros, but his defense has been declining. So what they're doing is they're trying to shore up the infield, and that's why they moved out Altuve out there. But Cam Smith has been forcing the Astros' hand. And I like this quote from Espada. He says, competition creates opportunities, and he's taken advantage of the opportunities. Things have changed. And so does that mean he's going to be in the lineup on opening day? Who knows? At this point, it's an audition. They're not going to go out there if he looks terrible in right field because you got to be able to get a jump on the fly balls. You got to know what base to throw. He's got the arm because he plays third base, but there's so much that goes into being an outfielder. Everybody thinks, oh, let's just go and put him in outfield like Jose Altuve is, basically picking daisies out there because some days he doesn't even get a fly ball. But just imagine those days where you get a lot of business. You got to know what you're doing. And that's what the Astros are hoping that Altuve starts to get some of this business. But I think that what he's doing is he's in the Astros' hands because he is 9 for 17 with a 529 OPS. He's showing patience at the plate, good eye. He's showing power. He's showing everything that you can want from a 22-year-old guy, 134 plate appearances. This guy is showing he's ready. But you got to be wary of these spring stats at the same time. Justin Durden, remember he had that hot spring training that one year. Everybody was crying that he got sent down in AAA. He never played baseball in the big leagues.
Yeah. So real quick, I did have another listener reach out to me, and he shared this lineup with me. Now, he put Altuve at second base, but he's got Altuve, Paredes, Jordan. He's got Walker, Yiner, Jeremy Pena, Cam Smith, DeCenzo in left, and Dubon in center field. Can you imagine Smith, DeCenzo, and Dubon? That's not a bad outfield. Now, I know DeCenzo played first base today. I know DeCenzo's got versatility. But the bottom line is, Eric, I think this team, and Oscar Hernandez, thank you so much for supporting the show, and thank you for sending this to me. Look, there's some great ideas, and I think maybe Thursday or sometime in the coming days, we need to maybe get some fan takes and get them to send in some of their hot takes or bold predictions for 2025. I think that might be fun.
Brett, I'm getting kind of hungry. Maybe it's time for a snack. How about some wonderful pistachios? We'll talk about we'll continue this conversation next.
That's right. This episode is brought to you by Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios, as I've got a massive bag of pistachios here. Listen, if you get a 1 ounce serving that has 6 grams of protein, you're getting over 10% of your daily value. That's right. They're packed with fiber and better for you unsaturated fats that keep you feeling fuller longer. No more empty calories, no more wasting the snacks. I mean, this is a snack that can attack your hunger. That's right. So we are, whether we're at school snacking at the desk or whether we're at the ball game breaking out the Wonderful Pistachios, make sure that you check these out. It's complete protein providing 9 essential amino acids. You have no shells, you have with shells, you have flavors, you have so many options. So get snacking and get cracking with the snack that packs the protein punch. Visit Wonderful Pistachios to learn more.
I saw a quote in there about comparing Cam Smith to Justin Durden is not legit. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that sometimes you got to be wary of the spring stats. Sometimes that you got to just be cautiously optimistic about what they can do in the big league levels. He's only had 134 plate appearances. I'm all for this guy. I think he's exactly what the Astros need, a breath of fresh air. I don't know if he's going to be better than what Alex Bregman could have done in the lineup, but the Astros need something. They could not go out and make any big, let me backtrack. Christian Walker is a good addition. I think that Isaac Paredes is a good addition, but they also lost Kyle Tucker, Alex Bregman. And so I think that they needed some more thump to this lineup. And if you add somebody like Cam Smith, and if he hits and if he finishes in the top 3 in terms of rookie year, that nets you another draft pick. And that's what the Astros could possibly use.
Well, and I will tell you this also. And I actually talked to a couple different guys that used to play pro ball. This isn't Mike. This isn't Mike's take, but someone basically told me today, they're like, look, outfield is really not as difficult as you think. Like making the transition from third base to right field, it's not a huge jump. It would be different going from right field to third base, right? And I started thinking about that. The kid's athletic. The kid's cerebral. He has plus power. He hits for power. He can hit opposite field. He's got a good eye for the ball. He walks. He gets on base. And I think that, Eric, the non-tangibles of the mental makeup, again, is where it is the linchpin in this entire equation, is how does he handle everything going on? You're right. Spring training reps, spring training at bats aren't the same as regular season at bats or regular season reps. At the same time, it is right field. It's not catcher. It's not going from shortstop your whole life to first base. Those, I think, would be tougher transitions. But moving out to the outfield, and now maybe center field's a little bit more of a challenge. But this kid's fast, guys. He can haul. He's a big kid. Remember, he is an aircraft carrier. So I am on board. I wasn't on board until I heard more from Dana Brown. I was listening to John Morosi talk about it. I've seen a couple people that, typically scout the minors, what they're saying. And if he makes it to the big league club, it's going to be because he's going to be in that lineup every day, but he may not be in left field every day. He has versatility. He may be DH. He may be third. He may be left field. He might have 2 primary positions. But if you bring Cam Smith up, please, he needs to play every game.
Yeah, typically when you bring up a young guy, you put him at his natural position because he's trying to learn how to hit at the big league level and then also learning a new position. That's really a tough position to kind of put Cam Smith in. But if the Astros do decide to do that, that would be big a big plus because they're saying that he's mature enough and that he can do that. He can handle both. And they think that it's worth the risk. And so I think that it's something that they're going to do. I believe that if I read correctly, he played 5 innings in a backfield today in right field.
Yeah.
So he's going to play DH tomorrow. He was working with Michael Brantley today in right field, talking to him after in between innings and everything like that. And then on Thursday, you're going to see Cam Smith in the lineup in right field. And so this will be our first glimpse of him in Astros lineup in right field.
Now, you know who else played right field today? Jacob Melton. Jacob Melton, or the other day, I mean, he's been flashing the leather. Get this, today in the game, Yainer Diaz, Eric, threw out a runner, and the runner he threw out, his next at bat, Yainer Diaz gets up and hits a laser to this same outfielder, and the dude makes a diving grab. So they were going 1-for-1 with each other on the moves, and so it's great to see Yainer back there getting picks. Just phenomenal. But Hunter Brown, Ace Hunter Brown, the dude just shoved today, Eric. I mean, how many strikeouts did he have? Was it 6?
6.
6 in the game. And
4
you got
innings.
Diaz,
4 innings.
4 innings, 6 strikeouts. I'll take it. Yainer Diaz behind the, they're behind the dish, throwing runners out. I love it. I like what I'm seeing out of this Astros team, Eric. And I think we have a lot of things that we're going to have fun watching this year.
Yeah, I know that Hunter Brown, 4 innings, he only allowed 2 hits, no walks, which was good to see. No real trouble. He just kind of cruised through it. You had Josh Hader kind of cruise through his inning. Brayu cruised through his inning. Then Taylor Scott. I know Jay was talking about Taylor Scott earlier, but Taylor Scott kind of got lit up a little bit for 4 runs in his inning, 3 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 home run. It was a grand slam, if I remember correctly. So sometimes you're going to give up the home run. That's okay. But overall, Taylor Scott's 3-0 on, I know it's spring training, doesn't really matter. So I think Taylor Scott's going to be on this roster. I don't think that's in doubt. But Okert, he's going out there. He's shoving, to use your phrase. He's had another 3 strikeouts today. And unfortunately, if you're looking at the ground ball to flyouts, if you're looking at what Hunter Brown had, 3-0, then Hader 2-0. Brian Abreu had 2-1, and Taylor Scott 0-1, and then Okert 0-1, 0-0. So what I'm trying to say is that Jose Altuve is not getting a lot of opportunities to make plays in the outfield, and so I know those.
And that's okay.
That will come.
That's okay. But Okert in that 7th inning, was he the one in the 7th inning that had 3 strikeouts for that 1 inning? Unreal. Altuve did hit a double though. He played left field. He went 1 for 3. 2 RBIs, a walk. He had a strikeout, but he walked. He got on base. Guillermo added a 1 for 2 day. DeCenzo was 2 for 3 today. Dubon was 2 for 2. Kenny Gomez was 1 for 1. You had Baez come in 1 for 1. Rogers, Bastidas, and Pena, all 3 got hits. So you had 13 hits scattered with 4 walks, and they scored 7 runs. They got the win. Not that wins matter in spring training, but it always helps. It sucks to lose, even if it's in a practice game. But I love what Hunter Brown's doing. I think Hunter Brown is the ace that's going to be the ace for the next few seasons. I don't know what Fromber's going to do at the end of this year. And look, Cam Smith, Eric, if Cam Smith does what we believe he's going to do his rookie year, this is a guy that you absolutely lock up early and you do a deal like the Braves did with their guys, Michael Harris II and all those other guys, and get them in long-term deals before he hits free agency. Because if he has a good first 3 or 4 years in the majors, his price is going to go through the roof. So extend that service time with him, extend his time in Houston before he gets to the end of his time. The City Connect leak, Eric, what do you think about that? We'll talk about that here after we talk about Monarch money. Ever check your bank account and wonder where all your money goes? Between dining out, online shopping, and entertainment, it's easy to lose track. Well, that's where Monarch Money comes in, your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app, it's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place, so you stop just managing your money and start building wealth. Surprising insights when you get started using Monarch, you realize just how much you're spending on food delivery. The all-in-one convenience helps you see the difference between just having one app and juggling multiple apps. So today, I'm asking you, take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB for half off your first year. Get banking, get Monarch Money.
Hey guys, thank you for making Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day. Whether it's on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to us. Make us first listen. Apple, Odyssey, Spotify. Go and check out Locked On Fantasy Baseball. It's draft season. I know I have a slow draft coming up, actually 2 slow drafts coming up, and it's going to be hopefully a week long of fun. But if you want all the insight and expertise, go and check out Locked On Fantasy Baseball and go and make them your second listen. But Brett, I know a lot of people have been speculating what's on City Connect. People have been asking us, do we know? And we don't really know officially what's up, but we know that we have a lot of people on social media that have been investigating, and this is what we have come up with. So this is CJP64 on X, and this is basically what he's come up with. So you have the little necklace at the bottom that I know that you said you wanted to get pretty soon. But if you look at it, it shows the Astros with the little old-fashioned 1990s Astro Star logo. Right. And then if you see above, that looks like a jersey. I don't know if it's a giveaway or an actual jersey.
I'm pretty sure it's a giveaway.
Yeah, it could be a giveaway, but it's kind of got that same motif, the little Astros. And then it's got the little Astros shooting star like in old days. I love that, by the way, in the old days. It's got the old color. It's got kind of the mixture of the old and the new orange as well. But then this came up, like I said, I don't know if this is legit, the one on the left. This could be doctored a little bit, but this is supposedly the release date, but 3/20/25. But it kind of shows the dome like you're talking about, the Oxy symbol, of course, Nike, and then it has the Astros right there with the little shooting stars.
Someone patch?
Say it again?
There's a Be Someone patch, the Be Someone that is spray painted on the railroad track going into Houston.
Oh, I didn't see that.
In the bottom tag. I've been looking for that. I think that should be brazened across the chest. So let's look at the other one. So this is another one that everybody's saying is the Nike City Connect. I don't know that it is, but of course they put the V2 just like in the advertisement. I don't know that I like this as much as the other one, but the bottom line is this. I just hope they're not lame. I hope they look good. I hope they pop off. I hope it's stuff that, you want it to be something that you want to buy. But I'm glad that we're hopefully getting away from the blue top and the blue bottoms. I thought the blue top and the blue bottoms looked like either a softball uniform or a jumpsuit.
Yeah.
I wish everybody would have worn the orange socks with the short pants like Jose Altuve. It would have looked a lot better. But yeah, I'm really glad to get away from the Space City. They've worn their welcome out. Good job.
Yeah, I know this is the giveaway. I meant to put on the authentic one, but this when they put this on, it just had a different look. It looked weird with them playing out there. I mean, it's not that I disliked it, but I think it'll be nice to see something that's a little bit. This is a little bit busy. It's got all the checker marks on it, and it's got everything. It's got all the colors.
I like the jersey. I just didn't like the pants
Right.
with it. I think the pants made it, I think, threw it off.
Need some type of contrast, maybe either white with things or maybe even some orange, but we don't know what the hat's going to look like. So maybe the hat will have maybe some type of old logo as well. I know that there's several different logos we saw on the hype video or the whatever the video was, but so we don't know what the hat's going to look like. Hopefully it's got some orange. I wouldn't mind if it's all orange. I love the all orange hat look, kind of like what you're wearing there, Brett, but I think we'll have to wait to see what the entire jersey looks like, but I do not like it. I mean, I hate it. I like the fact that it is simple. I like the fact that it brings back kind of a lot of memories. The 90s jersey, I did love that. I love the blue, the white, the gold. I like that. So I mean, it wasn't really Astros colors, but I like the fact that they're kind of bringing that back.
Well, I mean, I think it would be cool to me on that first design we saw to have the tequila sunrise on the chest and behind, like fading behind the Astros with the city, kind of like the Twins did with their city on their jersey where it looked like night. But I think this jersey, these jerseys too would be, I mean, it would be really cool. Certain hat designers will design hats where like the white portions of the hat will be glow in the dark. That would be a cool touch if they could do that. You know what I'm saying? So look, it'll be fun. They're going to reveal it first on 3/20. So we'll have to have I'm sure that store is going to be packed. I don't know that I'm going to go down there and buy anything. But people are going to be there waiting in line to pay full price for these things. And it's going to be a big money grab for the Astros. So hopefully it satisfies the fans.
I know the last one was a big money grab for the Astros, so that's why they do it.
The highest selling City Connect jersey in the whole league.
Yeah.
So
I think that's the fact that it looks nice. It wasn't just a bunch of flowers. I know the Washington Nationals, flowers was a big thing over there, but I think that if that's what it is, I don't hate it, and I think it's going to look good on when the Astros out there playing. So I think that it's what color pants? I guess it's got to be white. What's the hat going to look like? And the question is also, could this be a intentional leak and it's really become something totally different? And like maybe it's just something, hey, let's just throw something out there just to kind of throw them totally off guard.
What you saw there, those are employees that are taking pictures of stuff and sending that out and putting that on Reddit. So these are people that work for the Astros. So that jersey in the wrap, I think that's probably what it's going to look like. I think the Astros with the star. Yeah, I'm just saying, but I'm sitting there thinking, like, aren't these people? Can these people get fired for this?
Yeah.
Like,
they technically sign an NDA, and they're not supposed to do this. So if ever gets tracked back to them, yes, they could get in trouble.
Yeah, that's why I was like, okay, y'all can go ahead and leak it if you want. But if that's it and they find out it was your phone, I'll be like, okay, everybody, let's see your pictures. I don't know if an employer can do that.
That's why they're not the best of pictures. Like they look like they're rushed and because they're like, well, let me just do it real quick. So they may be legit. I'm not saying they're not, but I wouldn't put it past somebody like the Astros be like, oh, let's just go ahead and leak this out there, but it'd be totally something different just to, because everybody's been making up their own designs and everything. But I just think that'll be funny. But there were some minor league moves today. I know that Colton Gordon was sit down. Somebody else, Kenny Corona, after he played today, he was sent down, and they also reassigned Misael Tamarez down to minor league camp. So that wasn't a big surprise. But tomorrow is going to be a big deal because Lance McCullers will take his last live bullpen tomorrow before he appears in a game. And when he appears in that first game, that's the countdown to when he's going to get back into we'll be able to watch him in the City Connect uniform, hopefully in the future.
Okay, wow. I mean, I would thought you were going to talk about we could see him pitch in spring training, but you jumped all the way to the City Connect
Oh,
jersey. You didn't even say Sugarland. You were like Lance McCullers. You've earned your spot on this team. But
no,
I get
you
what
know
you're
what I
saying.
mean.
I understand. No, it's all good. But hey, guys, yes, you would be. Someone says it would be kind of an odd situation teaching two guys outfield at the same time. But guys, y'all really think Cam Smith doesn't know how to catch a fly ball, doesn't know how to track down a ball? And our right field is not exactly rocket science. It's not like it's some tricky Petco Park, gyration. Now, if if Cam Smith was over in left field, I might think that maybe I don't want Cam Smith over there in left field. Let's throw Altuve out there, right? But at the end of the day, I trust this team. I trust this front office, and I really do believe that what they're going to do is the right thing. The thing that sticks in the back of my mind is, but they also gave Montero a ton of money. They also paid Abreu. It's like, but is this the right path? Is this the best path for Cam Smith? And that's what I would always acquiesce to is this right for the player? You want to get the most out of him. And if it is, then Cam Smith, here's your opening day package. Welcome to opening day. You'll be there. So the fans will go nuts over him being there. And who knows, maybe he comes out his first game and hits a home run his first big league at bat. That would be cool.
Yeah, I think that this would be the biggest prospect since Alvarez to come up. I just think that he has that much ability. I think everybody liked Loperfido just because of what he did that spring training. He got really super hot, then got sent down, and then they finally called him up. So I think that the Astros will do the right thing. They'll do what's best for them and what's best for Cam Smith. So, guys, thank you for making Locked On Astros podcast your first listen every day. Whether it's on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to us. Make us first listen, Apple, Odyssey, Spotify, and we'll see you tomorrow. And Brett, what do we always say?
Go Stros.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. No comments?
Way to